Warmly welcome all of you to the lesson Computer Networks. Today we are discussing about the devices that we need for a computer network, the rules and methods of a computer network, and also about threats to the network and how to protect the network from them. First, let's discuss about networking devices. Network devices are the hardware devices that are used to link computers, printers, fax machines and other electronic devices to a network. Such devices transmit data over the same or different networks in a fast, safe and correct manner. Inter-network or intra-network devices can be network devices. Such devices, such as NIC cards or RJ45 cables, are mounted on the device and some are part of the network such as a modem switch, etc. Let's discuss the greater depth of these devices. Often known as a network interface card, NIC, the Ethernet card is a hardware component used for computers to connect to and communicate with other machines over the network. The NIC has an RJ45 circuit for current operating system where network cables are physically wired in. Depending on the protocols that it supports, Ethernet card speeds can differ. It includes a specific number named MAC address that helps the other devices to uniquely recognize the computer. A modem. Modem is a device that helps a machine to transmit or receive information over telephone or cable lines. Data stored on the device is electrical, while only analog data can be conveyed via a telephone line or cable wire. The modem's primary purpose is to transform the optical signal to analog and vice versa. It has many Ethernet ports which are used together to connect two or more network computers. Each machine or devices connect to the hub may interface with any other devices connected to one of the Ethernet ports of the hub. Hubs are similar to switches but are not smart. Hubs broadcast all incoming data to all active ports while switches send incoming data to a signal point. The switch is a network device that uses twisted pair cables to link other equipments to Ethernet networks. It utilizes the techniques of packet switching to receive, store, and forward data packets on the network. A list of network addresses of all the computers attached to it is maintained by the switch. It checks the destination address upon receipt of a packet and transmits the packets to the proper port. The packets are tested for collisions and other network faults prior to forwarding. Okay, a router is a hardware device with a network layer that transmits data from one network to another while all networks support the same protocol set. Thus, at least two network and the Internet Service Provider ISP are usually attached to a router. It collects data in the form of packets, which are data frames with the added address of their destination. Before sending them, the router also intensifies the signals. This is why it's called a repeater too. Network protocols. A network protocols is a defined set of rules that specified how data is shared on the same network between various devices. In essence, it helps link devices to engage with each other, independent of any changes in their internal system, structure or architecture in modern digital networks. Network protocols are the reason why you can effectively connect with the people all over the world and hence play a vital role. When you start browsing on the internet, when you type the URL of a website in the browser and press enter, what will happen is the computer request for the particular website from its server located somewhere else. Here in this picture you can see the process. After making the request, the server will send back the relevant website details to your computer so that you can view it in the browser. HTTP is a protocol that allows resources such as HTML documents to be fetched, used by the above-mentioned process to describe the formatting and delivery of messages and what steps web servers and browsers can take in response to different commands. A packet is a basic transmission, a device over a digital network. When data has to be transferred before delivery, it is broken down into identical data structures called packets, which are reassembled to the original data chunk after they reach their destination. The source IP address, the destination IP address, and the packet sequence number are contained with each of these packets. It is the duty of the transmission control protocols to ensure efficient data transmission through internet connected networks. TCP scans for error packets and submits retransmissions records if any are detected. It handles the way a message is assembled into smaller packets and reassembled at the destination address in the correct order. The basic internet protocol defines a logistics of packets sent through networks. It informs packets where to go and how to get there. In this picture, it has explained the way of the two protocols works together. First, TCP helps the computer to assemble the data to be sent into packets. Then in the second step, IP is helping the packets to find the best route to the destination, and in the last step, TCP at the destination computer helps the packet to reassemble to build up the meaningful data which was sent by the resource. The file is broken into packets anytime a computer wants to transmit a file to another computer so that it can be transmitted through the network in the most effective manner. Those packets are then routed to destination by network equipment. There are two elements for each packet in a packet switching techniques: a header and a payload. The header includes the packet's addressing information and is used by the intermediate routers to direct it to the destination of the packet. The real data carrier is the payload. Based on its header information, a packet is transmitted as soon as it is accessible inside a node. The message packets are not routed with the same path, so the packets in the latter are out of order at the destination. In order to restore the original message, it is the duty of the destination to reorder packets. Let's discuss about network security. Protection of the network is a general concept that encompasses a range of technologies, equipments, and processes. It is, in its simplest terms, a set of rules and configuration designed to preserve the integrity, anonymity, and usability of all software and hardware-based computer networks and records. A computer virus is probably the most well-known computer software security threat. A software written is modified the way the computer works. Without the user's consent or understanding, a virus replicates and executes itself, typically doing harm in the process to your computer. A machine worm is a malicious software program that replicates itself, disrupting the function of software and hardware systems. In certain cases, it fits the definition of a computer virus. It will self-replicate and propagate through networks as well. This is why worms are often commonly referred to as viruses. Except in some ways, computer worms are distinguished from computer viruses. Second, worms live independent entities or isolated applications, unlike viruses that need to cling on to files, host files, until they can disperse themselves with the device. Host files or applications do not record them. Second, worms do not change files, unlike viruses, but remain in active memory and replicate themselves. Worms use portions of the operating system that are usually inaccessible to the user and are now automated. A Trojan horse is a type of malware frequently disguised as legitimate software. Cyber thieves and hackers seeking to obtain access to a network of users will hire Trojans. Users are usually fooled into loading and executing Trojans on their system by some form of social engineering. Trojans will encourage cyber criminals to spy on you once enabled, steal your confidential data, and obtain backdoor access to your devices. For most persons, cyber criminals are synonymous with the term. But did you know that sometimes something called ethical hacking exists? In order to harm or destroy computer networks, certain hackers are criminals, those use their computer skills. These individuals are called black hat hackers. On the other hand, white hat hackers use their programming expertise to perform legal hacking. Software antivirus and anti-malware. Antivirus and anti-malware system defines a computer from a multitude of harmful programs, including viruses, ransomware, worms, and trojans. Not only does the best program search files upon entry onto the network, but it checks and records files continuously. Security of firewalls. Firewalls serve as a firewall between unstructured external networks and the trusted internal networks. As the name implies, usually administrators configure a series of specified rules that block out authorized network traffic. I hope you understood us through the lessons, and thank you very much for watching.